Good, wait a step.
Beautiful day. Between the CSU Bakersfield Runners and your Grand Canyon University Lopes. It's the final home game, senior night for the Lopes, who come into this match with a 4-12-2 overall record and a 1-4 record in the WAC. Whereas the Runners, well, they come in with a bit of a better overall record, 6-11-1, but they share a similar WAC record, 1-4. I'm Phil Katafmo alongside JP Saar, and JP, not only is it senior night, not only the final home game for the Lopes, but this game comes with playoff implications.
Yep, it's all on the line for both teams, CSU Bakersfield and GCU. Winner moves on to the WAC tournament taking place right here in GCU Soccer Stadium, so it should be exciting, especially for these 9 GCU seniors that are bidding adieu to GCU.
Well, it is obviously this is the first season that the Lopes are Division I eligible, the first year they are eligible for the tournament, and it would be absolutely fantastic for the Lopes to get a win tonight and send them to the WAC tournament in front of all of their home fans on their home field. And it's going to start right there. Number 1, the goalie, the anchor of this team, the defensive brick wall that is Blakely Frosch. 74 saves on the year, and she is going to need to be at the top of her game for this entire matchup against CSU Bakersfield, who does not score a whole lot of points. CSU Bakersfield in their last couple games have yet to score, whereas the Lopes, they had a great their last couple games as well have been relatively struggling. So JP, what about on CSU Bakersfield's side? Anybody that stands out for you?
Yeah, Blakely Frosch is going to have to deal a lot with number 17, Amina Settles. She has 4 goals on the year and 2 assists, and she shot the ball 42 times, the most of anybody on the CSU Bakersfield roster.
And we get underway. CSU starting with the ball. Pass over to the right side. GCU's defense going to need to be as strong as possible with these playoff implications on the line. Defense strong for the Lopes to start off. Ball stolen by Emma Kane. On the breakaway is Benedetti. She's got Cook. Pass up to Cook. With a first opportunity, shot on goal off the crossbar. On the rebound is Benedetti, but the CSU Bakersfield will pick it up. So very quick play.
Right away.
Exactly for the Lopes as it goes out of bounds, and CSU will take over.
They're coming out hot here early on. Great ball by Mila Benedetti to set up Cook, and Cook using her speed. We've said it last game, and they did it a little bit against Seattle. We're unable to find the net, but they used their speed, and they did it there. Mila Benedetti and Mackenzie Cook were on the run and set up an A+ chance for the Lopes, and Cook just rattled it off the crossbar.
So the intensity already for the Lopes starting very high. Emma Kane with the ball. She'll get it over to Cook. Cook looking for some space. She'll find Wong. Wong gets some clearance. Cross to the left to Kane. In the middle is Cook. Coming over to help is Amanda Lopez. Cross field. Stolen by CSU, and they'll take back over. Nichols with the steal. Nichols across to Kane. Kane looking for some room. She's got it on the left side. Kane with some space. Back over to Cook. Cook just loses it, and CSU takes back over. Gotta love the aggression so far for the Lopes, trying to get on the board as early as possible.
Yeah, both teams know what's on the line, and you can see it early on. Both teams are very desperate, and they're leaving it all out on the field. We're just not even 2 minutes into this game yet, and everyone is sprinting, and I think this pace is going to keep up all game long.
Ball up to Benedetti, might be a little too far for her, scooped up by CSU Bakersfield. That is the goalie, Jordan Bertram. And we talk about Blakely Frosch, but on the other side, her competitor, Jordan Bertram, absolutely fantastic. 80 saves so far on the season for her. CSU Bakersfield threatening, stolen by Hannah Edwards. Back out to CSU Bakersfield. Ball in the air. Header. Over to Wong. Wong will clear it, coming over to pick it up. Lopes trying to keep possession. CSU will retain it. Ball downfield. Good defense by Cox. On the right side. Ball in the air, stolen again by Nichols. Lopez. She'll kick it cross field, and CSU will steal it. So the ball will sail out of bounds, and CSU will hold on to it. Ball inbounded for CSU. Looking to get something going. With some space. Stolen back by CSU. Lopez in there. She'll get a foot on it. She'll get it over to Kelsey Smith. Smith downfield to Cook again. Cook's got Kane on the far left. She'll find her. Kane over to Wong. Wong over to McGee. McGee with the ball. McGee, great move. Looking for some space. Shot off the foot of CSU. On the rebound, CSU will hold on to it. Nichols over to Smith. Smith with a lot of space on the right. Looking for Benedetti. She won't find her. Nichols on the rebound. Back over to Smith. Smith in the air and stolen by the runners.
Both teams here early on really getting aggressive, working their way into the box, working crosses in. Both teams have had great chances so far. No shots on goal yet for either team. I mean, the Mackenzie Cook one shot hit the post. Great chance for her, but so far we're seeing aggressive play earlier right there, as you saw with that foul on Madison Cox.
Well, as we discussed at JP, this game means a whole lot for both teams. The winner of this one essentially will be going on to the playoffs, whereas the loser will be going home. And for the Lopes, it would mean a whole lot. D1, first year Division I eligible. And to go to the tournament on their first year would be a big impact on the entire women's soccer program and for the school as a whole. Benedetti. She'll find Cook. Stolen by the runners. Cox will kick it over to Frosch, and Blakely will sky one about midfield. With it now is Harvey. Harvey gets it to her teammate on the left. Frosch coming up to save it. She will.
Runners midfielders have done a good job so far, except for that first chance by the Lopes. They came out guns blazing, but they've done a good job by getting the ball away.
Cook cross field. It'll be picked up.
And as we see it again there, they've done a good job of getting the ball away from Benedetti and Cook, the Lopes attackers. They haven't let them get anything going, and they're really stifling any chance they have of putting a little run together.
Well, the Lopes come out for a while with a great intensity. First play of the game, they almost get a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Cox with the header. CSU picks it back up. Nichols, great on-ball defense. Ball downfield. Kane with the header. Ooh, might have been off the hands. And they will call it off the hands. So a handball on CSU, so the Lopes will take over. So Cox will get the free kick. Over to McGee. McGee with a lot of space. McGee to the crossing Cook. Cook on the far left. Kicked out of bounds by CSU. Throw in for the Lopes. Ooh, Cook tripped up just a little bit. It'll roll out of bounds. So CSU will take over. Lopez off the inbound. Kicks it far left to nobody. It'll roll slowly out of bounds, and CSU will take it over with a goalie kick.
Lopez looking for a cook there, and I like to see what the Lopes are doing here early on. Last game against Seattle, they were trying a lot of long through balls, trying to get a long run together. So far this game, they're really working the ball down, passing it around to their midfielders, getting it to the attackers, and playing a ball up wide, trying to get crosses in, and I think that's going to bode well for them this game.
Well, we saw, JP, the cross kind of worked for the first play of the game as Cook, the Benedetti-Cook connection almost was successful on the first play due to the crossing and being a little more aggressive with the ball. Stolen by Lopez. Lopez cross field to Kelsey Smith. Smith's got some space. Shot. Benedetti on the rebound. Back over to Smith. And it'll be cleared out by CSU, recovered by Hannah Nichols. McGee on the far left. She's got Emma Kane. She'll find her. Lopez dives, misses the ball. CSU will take it back over. Hudson with it now. Cleared out by Nichols. Cook. A bit too far in front of Benedetti. On the rebound, Benedetti wide open. She'll shoot and she'll score. And just like that, the Lopes take a 1-0 lead early on thanks to Mila Benedetti.
Mila Benedetti, one of the seniors we talked about earlier, the 9 seniors, does a great job getting around her defender, using the arm, shielding her off, and tapping the ball to herself past the goalkeeper. And the Lopes are on the board first. A huge goal right in the 10th minute, and they're on top here in this do-or-die game.
Fantastic job by Mila Benedetti. Jordan Bertram comes away from the box, leaving it wide open, and there was a bit of a collision with Bertram and the defender of the CSU runners, and Mila Benedetti finds the space. Easy score, probably the easiest goal she's gotten all year. And the Lopes
the
take a 1-0 lead.
The shot itself was easy, but what a move by Benedetti to get around her defender. Number 24 for the runners, Kinsley Size, thought she had that one. Thought she had her sealed off, and the goalie was going to come and get it. And Benedetti worked her way around her. She just worked harder. She outworked the defender there for that goal.
So 1-0 for the Lopes, an early lead, something they definitely want in such a big game that means so much to this entire school. Kane tripped up, it'll go out of bounds, so CSU will throw it in. You gotta love the intensity so far for the Lopes. Like you said, JP, last game it seems like they were working from about midfield in, but this time they're being so much more aggressive, working in the box and pressuring Jordan Bertram. Ball downfield. Headed a couple times. Smith will clear it. Again, Benedetti with the ball. She'll get it over to Kane. Kane downfield. Cook hustling. Bertram will pick this one up, no problem. Amanda Lopez tripped up on that one, so it'll be Lopes ball. Cox downfield. Benedetti has it. Slide by Lopez, no good. It'll slowly roll out of bounds, but it'll be a foul on Amanda Lopez.
John Piper returns to GC Arena tonight and tomorrow for a special 2-day event presented by Grand Canyon Theological Seminary. Join us for the live stream of both enlightening presentations right here on GCU TV.
Should be a lot of fun. Free kick for CSU. Opportunity now. Settles with the ball. She'll kick it off the foot of Cox. Great defense. And JP, we talked about it last week, or actually I should say earlier this week against
Seattle U.
Thank you, Seattle University. Yes, where we talked about how great not only Blakely Frosch was, but the defense in the box for the Lopes. And Madison Cox with the foot to prevent that goal. And it seems like the defense is going to still be strong early on.
Yeah, the Lopes faced 16 shots against Seattle. Only 6 of those were on target. The Lopes did a great job keeping that score a 0-0 tie, which enabled this do-or-die, winner-go-home type of game here in the regular season of the WAC.
So Frosch with the goalie kick. Ball will go out of bounds, so GCU will get possession. Not a whole lot of opportunities for CSU Bakersfield so far in the box, which has got to be pretty happy for Coach Leader. It's got to make him real happy that early on they get the early lead. So the pressure, at least in the first quarter, is starting to slow down for the Lopes. And they're just going to have to keep the intensity that they brought out with in the first play throughout the entire game. But a 1-0 lead is really nice to have early on.
Tricky situation, though, for the Lopes. They're up 1-0, but you can't let your foot off the gas pedal here against the CSUB team because they're also desperate. They're also trying to win this game, so they're not going to let up, even more so now that they're trailing 1 goal. They're going to come firing on all cylinders right at the Lopes.
Kane over to Wong. Wong over to Cook, looking for some space. Cook back over to Wong. She'll find Benedetti. Benedetti over to Kane. Crossing is DeVera. Kane with some space now. Ball in the air. Kane with a steal. DeVera's got a shot. She'll cross it directly to CSU and they'll take over.
She wanted Benedetti, who was in the box, but just cut out. Little miscommunication there for the Lopes, but nonetheless a good chance, a good opportunity in the box again for GCU.
Ball off of GCU, throw in now for CSU. Settles again, with throw in. Shot in the air, no problem for Frosch. So that shot by Maya Green. And another great save for Blakely Frosch.
The players? Okay.
Frosch with the goalie kick.
High kick, Bush. Bomb that one down the field.
Off of Kane, CSU will take it once again, stolen by the Lopes. McGee. DeVera on the far left. DeVera with an opportunity. She'll get a shot. It'll bounce off the crossbar. On the rebound, almost goes in for the Lopes off the rebound. Great defense by CSU on that recovery.
DeVera cracked the whip with her right. Great shot slide. It slid past the goalkeeper's fingertips. Almost got it. CSUB on the counterattack now. Oh, great chance there. And then Benedetti on the rebound shot it, but a save by the CSUB defender. What a play by the Lopes and runners.
Lopes almost up 2-0 on that one. But they'll try to continue this aggressive approach, attacking CSU in the box and challenging Jordan Bertram. Off the body of Cook to DeVera. DeVera tripped up, standing strong. She's got Kane behind her, looking for some more clearance. Again, tripped up. And we'll get a free kick for GCU.
Very threatening free kick coming up for the Lopes. Looks like Mackenzie Cook's going to take this one. just outside the corner of the box. They're going to get real aggressive here. Madison Cox is staying back, however, so maybe they have some interesting play planned.
Cook with the free kick. In the air. DeVera on the rebound. Great save by Jordan Bertram.
DeVera wanting it to be a goal. DeVera came in, kicked it. Goalie stopped it, but DeVera kind of ran over the goalie, and the goalie's momentum took her into the goal. Great save by the goalkeeper. I don't know if she actually had it or not. Very close. Goalkeeper says no goal, or the referee says no goal. Very close call. Could have gone either way. Tough break for the Lopes.
It seemed like when Bertram came in to pick up the ball, it might have bounced out of her hands as she was falling down and rolled in. But a fantastic job by Jordan Bertram to stay strong and hold on to that one, because Anissa DeVera
that was a great
almost
play.
had that one.
It almost worked out. CSUB's probably watched film, and every free kick or every corner, Madison Cox normally comes up and the play is a header, but they ran a little rotation going on, and DeVera kind of came in the backside, was wide open, uncontested, and Mackenzie Cook delivered her a great ball, and she had a great chance.
So a foul on CSU. We get another free kick for the Lopes. Madison Cox with the free kick. In the box, Benedetti, DeVera, Cook, and Kane. Downfield. Header. CSU clears it. Good defense by the runners' defenders. Nichols will pick it up. McGee now with it. Over to Cook. Cook with some moves in the corner on the far left. The shot on goal directly to Jordan Bertram for her second save of the day.
Great job by Bertram there. That was a nice move by Cook to cut back. I don't know if that was a cross or a shot, but Benedetti kind of came in, supplied some pressure, and Bertram had to stay on her toes there because could have got deflected. It could have been deflected out by Benedetti and in for another chance, so she definitely had to be ready for that one. She played that very well.
Kelsey Smith with the foul, so CSU will take over with a free kick. Get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU. From the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code SPORTS25 to get 25% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up. Free kick now for CSU. Headed off of Nichols. On the rebound is Green. Shot downfield directly to Blakely Frosch. No problem at all for Blakely Frosch.
The only problem it could have presented, Blakely's net is still in the sun, so maybe they just thought, hey, let's fire in a deep kick and maybe the sun will play tricks with their eyes. But nope, Blakely plays that one strong.
As usual, Blakely Frosch is a defensive brick wall. 74 saves on the season. So far, she's got one today, so make it 75 in total. And she is with stiff competition across the field. Jordan Bertram, 80 goals coming into this one. She's got 3 today. So both teams, strong defensive presence in the box and expressively in the goalie box. So it'll be a foul on GCU, so CSU will take over. Lopes still up 1-0, 21 minutes in this first period. Free kick now for CSU. Downfield. Green with it. Cook on the defense. Coming in to help is Nichols. Nichols kicks it out of bounds. And now we'll have a throw in for CSU. And JP, you talk about the sun being on Blakely's side, and it's only really going to get better for her because at halftime she gets to switch over to the shade. Frosch with another great save. She gets to switch over to the shade, and depending on, of course, where the sun's at halftime, Jordan Bertram might be having to deal with the sun.
Bertram might have to deal with that. Of course, this shade provided by GCU Stadium is moving pretty quickly. I think the whole field was in the sun just a couple hours ago.
DeVera with a bicycle kick over to Benedetti. Benedetti again on the far left side. With some space. Benedetti the shot, too high and out of bounds.
I like the idea by Benedetti, though. Get aggressive. The Lopes attackers are seeming very confident here early on. They only had one goal in the WAC going to that Chicago State game. They scored 7 in that game, and then they've gone scoreless the last 3 games. So the Lopes, of course, their defense and goalkeeper are always good, having low goals allowed numbers. But that's what's been lacking for the Lopes in this WAC conference play is their confidence on the offensive end, and we haven't seen that yet. But all of a sudden in this game, senior night, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the playoff mentality, but they are feeling themselves a little bit.
If there's any time to break your scoreless streak, it's definitely when playoffs are on the line. Settles. Met by a lot of Lopes defenders. Cleared out by Wong to DeVera. She's looking for Benedetti again. Benedetti trying to use the speed. Great defense by CSU, and Bertram with the goalie kick. Directly to Emma Kane, who heads it behind her to McGee. Looked like it might have gone off the hands of CSU, but no call. Kelsey Smith on the far right. Smith into the box. DeVera, missed header. CSU on the recovery. Great dive. Slide by McGee. Downfield hustling to it is Hannah Edwards. Almost saved out of bounds by McGee, but CSU will take over with a throw-in. Ball crossed. Blakely Frosch again doing what she does best.
I'm sure CSUB is not pleased with their start. They have one shot so far on goal, and it was by defender Maya Green. They really need to work some of their offensive threats here into this game. As I said before, Amina Settles leads the team with 42 shots, 4 goals. She's 3rd in goals, so you can imagine that the runners want to get their offensive threats included in this game.
But the Lopes defense has done a fantastic job of making sure that it doesn't happen at all. The last thing you want to do is let the defense up and allow this runners team to score on you. They scored 6 against Chicago State a few weeks ago. As MJ Carrier steps into the game, she'll sub out Emma Kane and Blakely Frosch with the goalie kick. Frosch downfield. Defense juggling it around, and it'll be kicked out of bounds by GCU, so CSU will take over. Throw in. Wong on the defense. Kicked over to the far left. Looking for some space. She's not going to get it. Kelsey Smith with a steal. DeVera. Benedetti, as usual, following in front of her. DeVera got some space. On the left. DeVera. Over to Benedetti. Miscommunication.
Benedetti was there.
CSU picks it up again.
They dodged a bullet there. Benedetti, little miscommunication. DeVera, right as she kicked it into the center of the box, Benedetti kind of backed off. Maybe thought DeVera was going to drop it back to her, but did not do that. And DeVera's on the ground. She's hopefully she's not injured. I think she might just be a little bit tired. I mean, ran down the whole length of the field. Very close chance for the Lopes.
So DeVera, hopefully just a little bit of a cramp, not too bad. She'll get stretched out, and JP, it's absolutely been an exciting game for the Lopes. They are getting all kinds of opportunities offensively. 4 shots on goal, 1 goal so far. And JP, what do they have to do to continue honestly dominating for the most part the offensive side of the ball?
They got to keep the pressure high and keep the energy high. That's one thing we've seen from the Lopes. Their midfielders, their defenders, all the way up to the attackers. The energy's high. They're all running full speed right there. We just saw DeVera coming all the way up the field, 110% on that one, staying alert, staying focused, and high energy. That's the key.
Want to stay as motivated as possible. We'll get a little bit of a water break for both teams. Something very not new to either side. They do it every single game. Got to make sure everyone's nice and hydrated, reduce the risk of cramps, which is probably what happened to Anissa DeVera. She might have just got a little seized up a bit in the legs. A lot of running in soccer, obviously. It's the biggest component
Especially
of the
out
sport.
here.
Exactly.
This Phoenix heat.
Oh, yeah.
Should start cooling down Tuesday, though.
Oh, perfect.
Halloween night. Should be a nice and cool one.
So the game time weather currently is 91 degrees. So it is still rather warm. Not as bad as it was when we first got here in August.
When we first started here in August, it was definitely about 10 degrees at least.
Oh, yeah. We were hovering in the 100s, no issue every day. So free kick for Cox. GCU trying to bunch into the box a little bit in the middle. Nichols there on the possible rebound. DeVera going to the far left. Looks like she might have been, she just step out for this play. Cox downfield. Header opportunity. Wong on the rebound. Cook. Benedetti trying to get the rebound again. High in the air, and we will get a foul call.
Yeah, Cook's not happy about that one. Talking to the referee there. Cook almost tried to box out her defender and let Benedetti come get the rebound, if you will. It was a high bouncing ball. Almost worked out for the Lopes, but the referee caught him.
Well, we talk about it a lot, and it's the physical component of soccer. Unlike most sports, a lot of the more, physical aspects with hands and shoulders and checking is a little more lax here for soccer as opposed to basketball. And unfortunately, Mackenzie Cook was on the foul side of it. CSU on the far left, attacking. Ball ahead, almost stolen by Smith. Over to Green. Wong clears it over to Benedetti. Benedetti looking for some space. She's got Carriers, DeVera, and Cook coming in. She'll get it over to Nichols. Nichols over to Cox. Just barely got that pass off, but it's stolen by CSU. Ahead to Cox. Cox should and definitely will kick it over to Frosch. Frosch, a high kick. Header by CSU.
Lopes doing a great job of controlling possession there. We saw Benedetti handling it as she does again here. Instead of trying to force a through ball there earlier on, she fed it back and Lopes kept possession a little bit. I think that's much smarter when you're defending a 1-0 lead.
Goalie kick for Bertram. Stolen by GCU. Cook again attacking. She's got Carriers, Benedetti, and DeVera. Off the foot of CSU, and yep, Lopes with a throw-in. Michaela McGee throws it into Wong. McGee over to Carriers. Carriers looking for some space. She's got some speed. The shot off CSU's defense. Hustling over to get it is Benedetti. She won't. CSU will pick it up on the far left. On the steal is Edwards. Edwards with a whole lot of space on the right. Edwards with a shot. DeVera the header. Rolls off and out of bounds. Another great look for GCU as that one just rolls too far left and goes out of bounds on Anissa DeVera, but a great placed kick by Hannah Edwards.
Yep. Nisa DeVera checking out now. She was in for 15 minutes, and what a 15 minutes that was. Another senior, Rachel Mina, coming in. I'm sure she'll keep the exact same amount of energy. Both those players always come in and just provide a great amount of energy for the Lopes.
Well, we talked about it last game that Anissa DeVera and Rachel Mina are essentially the same person. Great on the defense, excellent as strikers when put in that position. And it's like you sub one person for the same person. And it's got to be good for the Lopes when you get the same defensive aggressiveness from Rachel Mina when you sub her in for Anissa DeVera.
Always bring in 110% whenever they come in. That's exactly what a coach wants from their players.
Carriers looking for somebody. Stolen and out of bounds on Michaela McGee. 110% is always appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Ball will roll out of bounds, so we'll get a goalie kick for Blakely Frosch. Subbing in for GCU is number 13, Sandra Hill. She'll come in for Mila Benedetti.
Yeah, Benedetti's going to come out, but Sandra Hill's going to switch spots with MJ Carriers. Carriers is going to go play the offensive side. Listed as a defender, MJ Carriers is, but we've seen her kind of make that transition almost to attacker. And Sandra Hill as well, listed as a defender, but she plays midfield a lot. MJ Carriers and Sandra Hill both just so confident when handling the ball.
So the freshman subbing in for the senior. Ball ahead. Mina with an opportunity. Mila with the shot. Great save by Jordan Bertram, a diving catch. And Jordan Bertram, minus the one goal allowed, has been solid the entire game. Hill with a chance. Second chance for the Lopes. Kick to the far side. Carriers is going to let it roll right out of bounds.
Yep. MJ Carriers was right there if Bertram didn't dive and save that one. The ball was cleared out, but Sandra Hill comes right back in, almost gets a chance to deflect it out, but Lopes still have possession.
Wong with it. Over to Nichols. Nichols over to Smith. Smith with a lot of space. Crossing over is Mina. Tried to get it to her. Great defense by CSU. Wong on the rebound. Little miscommunication between Jessica Wong and MJ Carriers as that one rolls out of bounds. Wong trying to set something up off that goalie kick, and nothing will come of it. Hill on the defense. CSU attacking on the right. They'll kick it ahead. Settles with it. Rolling out of bounds. Good defense by Hannah Edwards. And now we'll get a corner kick for CSU. So it'll be Harvey with the corner kick. Kick on the way. In the air. Frosch punches it out. Carriers will clear it. Back to the top.
Great defensive play there by the Lopes.
Ball will roll out of bounds.
Great defensive play there by the Lopes. Nice cross coming in. But Blakely punches it out. Carriers with an easy clearance. And Lopes escape with that one. It was only the first corner for CSUB, so they haven't had many offensive chances, so they're really trying to capitalize on the few they have.
Frosch will kick it up to Hill. Hill trying to find some space. She won't. And it'll go out of bounds off of GCU, so CSU will take over. Mackenzie Cook again expressing her disagreement with the call. Might look like it went off of CSU, but regardless, they'll have the throw in. Ball thrown in, coming in is Kelsey Smith. She won't get it. Don't worry, Jessica Wong's there to kick it out of bounds. Slow down the attack of CSU on that possession. I don't think a fan can go away with that ball, but currently the ball is in the stands, so now they got to throw it back. Rachel Mina with some space on the far right. Crossing his carriers. Kicked a little too far ahead and out of bounds by CSU. So the aggressiveness still continuing for the Lopes, as Rachel Mina was trying to get on the shot party. Cook with some nifty moves on the right. Carriers just misses it, and Bertram will scoop it up.
Another great chance by the Lopes. They just keep stabbing it in there into the box, getting very good chances and attempts on goal.
So the Lopes will get a free kick here on the foul by CSU.
Want to gain experience as a sports broadcaster? Apply to work at GCU TV and get the opportunity to broadcast Division I college sports. Contact Career Services for more information. Join us in here.
I can tell you with experience, it is a lot of fun. Hill, that one goes out of bounds. So off the free kick by Cox, it goes a little too far ahead of Sandra Hill and goes out of bounds. So throw in for CSU now. And you're right, JP, they can join us in the booth. Or be a part of our fantastic crew, our tech crew. A lot of fun here at GCU TV.
Almost too much fun.
Almost, exactly. Smith with the throw in. Headed by CSU. Rachel Mina looking for some space. She won't find it. Hill off her foot. Smith trying to save it from going out of bounds, but it will go out of bounds off of GCU. Cook over to Mina. Mina attacking through the middle. Over to Cook. Cook shot on goal high and out of bounds. So again, not a bad look for GCU, just a little too high. And now a goalie kick for CSU.
Almost out of the sun, buddy. Next one.
Yeah, for 25.
Great move by Sandra Hill, but a hard foul. I believe a card will be assessed to her. She's not happy about that one.
It will be yellow card on CSU.
And that's the same.
So the Lopes now with another opportunity. And we'll get a second look at it.
Foul here. Definitely just grabbed her hips there.
I understand.
Completely enabled her from getting to the ball.
See you on the next one, okay? No jewelry or anything?
So that one on Sophie Freeman, number 6. Free kick for GCU. Cook and Smith on the free kick.
These free kicks, you can get real creative because you're right by the bench. You can call exactly what you want to call, talk to your coaches, and get the right play drawn up.
Kick in the air. Great defense in the box by CSU. And again, another GCU goal taken away by the box defense of CSU. Far right for GCU now. Looking to make something happen as we wind down. We are getting close to halftime. Ball roll off somebody's foot, but no problem. Bertram will pick it up. Ball downfield. Edwards with the foot on it. Smith has got some space on the left. Hill following Mina in front of her. She'll get it over to Hill. Hill with some space on the left. Hill with a shot. Tripped up and it'll go out of bounds. Missed opportunity for GCU and Sandra Hill. She had daylight on the left side.
She did. I thought she was going to cross it in there. Waited a little too long. She fell to the ground. I like the no call by the ref. Definitely wasn't worth a penalty kick. But great chance for the Lopes. They're just keeping the pressure high.
Ball downfield. Wong on the defense. Free kick for CSU. Downfield. Headed off of GCU. CSU on the rebound. Great defense by the Lopes, as we'll get another throw in for CSU. Ball goes out of bounds and CSU will take over. Bostrom with the throw in. Off the foot. Apparently off the foot of CSU. It looked like, off the foot of GCU, it looked like Settles might have got her foot in at the end and it rolled out of bounds, but CSU with the throw in. Nichols with the ball. Mina downfield. She'll try to get to her. Mina hustling over on the right. Kicked out of bounds by CSU. Carriers with the throw in, but she'll probably let somebody else do that. And of course, everyone's favorite mascot, Thunder, having some fun with the fans out there, throwing popcorn around.
Taking popcorn and throwing it all over the kids.
Yes. Cook with a chance. She's got the middle. She'll kick it to the right. Smith. Over to Benedetti. Over to Carriers. Throw in now for CSU.
3 for 6.
CSU trying to take the middle. They'll get it across. It'll be stolen by GCU. McGee with it now. Pippin with it. Mina back to Pippin. Ooh, great slide. Better defense by CSU, and they'll take over on the far left.
Coming off.
6.
6.
Steal by GCU. Nichols with it. She'll get it over to Cook. Cook cross to Hill, who's on the far left with some time. She slips up and it goes out of bounds.
Hill just tried to save that one. Very close.
So Hill again with some decent space on the far left, but unfortunately trips up and it goes out of bounds. But I'm pretty sure she'll have a lot more opportunities to score for the Lopes. To the middle with it is CSU, winding down, almost about 3 minutes left to go. Coming up on 2 minutes in this first half. GCU staying strong so far on the defense and getting a lot of opportunities offensively. Ball sent out of bounds by Cox, so another throw in for CSU. Off the foot of Cox over to Mina. CSU now has it at the top. Cross stolen by Hannah Edwards. Edwards up to Mina. Stolen by CSU. Downfield. Cox again on the defense. McGee on the rebound. Over to Hill. Hill again on the left side. She'll get it back to McGee. And it'll be kicked out of bounds. So CSU with a throw in. Ball thrown in. McGee with the steal. Past Hill. CSU again with another opportunity. Ball goes out of bounds again. Throw in for Green. Ball thrown in. GCU with another great defense in the box. 30 seconds to go in this first period. Edwards trying to clear it downfield. Edwards on the rebound. Mina hustling on defense. Bounces off her body. Here comes Carriers on the far right. Mina and Carriers will play keep away. Mina with a shot at the final seconds. It will not go in. And with that, JP, we go into halftime. Lopes up 1-0. And JP, so far, very quickly, give me your thoughts on the first period.
Good half for the Lopes. They're up 1-0. They're being very aggressive, had a lot of shots on goal, and they're playing very good defense.
Well, hopefully they can keep that up. When we come back, we will get you prepared for halftime. You're watching women's soccer here on GCU TV.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Cook, and you're watching GCU TV. Go Lopes.
On the field,
In the pool.
on the court.
We wear our game faces under the lights.
But sometimes our toughest opponents aren't wearing a uniform.
Instead, we confront them internally.
Mental illness affects 1 in 4 adults in the United States.
And suicide is the second leading cause of death among college students.
If you or someone you know is fighting a silent battle,
Please speak up and ask for help.
You are not alone.
At Grand Canyon University, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. Grand Canyon University offers over 3 decades of experienced leadership in real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages fewer than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors who will help you share in a growing, vibrant Phoenix campus. Choose from over 100 relevant programs with a Christian worldview that integrates your faith with your education. GCU helps you achieve a successful future. Welcome to the family. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University online.
Welcome back, everybody, and the score currently at halftime, 1-0 Lopes, thanks to a early goal by Mila Benedetti, and it has been an exciting and aggressive game for GCU. JP, what's really stood out to you so far?
Cook and Benedetti are getting very aggressive. The last few games, especially ones at home, we haven't really seen them attack as they normally do. And so far this game, 3 shots for Cook, 3 shots for Benedetti. Of course, you said Benedetti scored, and that stood out. The offense has shown up tonight. 11 shots, 5 of those on target. They're on fire.
Well, the sports season is just beginning here at GCU. With more on that, here's Alex Larson with today's Lopes Halftime Report.
Thanks, guys. The men's and women's golf team both had impressive outings last week, as the men's team finished 1st of 12 and women's finished 4th of 14 schools. Women's volleyball got their first win at home and in the WAC in front of a crowd of 1,000 against Chicago State. They were able to keep momentum and beat UMKC 3-0. They'll play again this Saturday at Utah Valley. Finally, the newly tournament-eligible GCU men's basketball team will play St. Francis Thursday, November 2nd in GCU Arena. Thanks for watching the Lopes Halftime Report. I'm Alex Larson. Back up to you guys.
And JP, of course, the men's basketball season just getting underway. They've got a game on November 2nd, and it's looking to be a very, very exciting season, especially since now every sport is D1 eligible here at GCU.
Of course, the NCAA tournament. I'm excited to see what we can do, and maybe we can win the WAC and qualify for that. Also interested to see how they replace Dwayne Russell. Clearly, you can't replace a player like Dwayne Russell, just such a dominant point guard. But I'm excited to see, of course, that transfer Casey Benson came in.
Yes.
They got a couple freshmen, and I'm excited to see how they move on from the Dwayne Russell era and the first eligible season for the Lopes men's basketball team.
Well, it is going to be an absolutely exciting season for the men's and women's basketball teams. Every game is always at the GCU Arena, and it's going to be one fun party. Well, here at GCU Stadium, the score is currently 1-0, and if you missed the first half, well, guess what? It's time for the GCU Hotel halftime highlights. We'll start off with Cook's first goal off the initial start. So close, but off the top of the crossbar.
Great chance with her left. She's so strong with her left and just hits the crossbar. And Anissa DeVera right there. Almost got that one in. Benedetti on the rebound. That one was close. Such a great chance. And then this one,
very controversial, yes.
Yeah, definitely a controversial chance. DeVera hit it over, and maybe the ball was loose over the line. We don't know. Very close chance.
And then Rachel Mina trying to get in on the party, but a great save by Jordan Bertram, and she has been also very solid the entire game. And now, of course, this one, Mila Benedetti, 10 minutes starting the game, gets the Lopes on the board very early.
Great shot by Mila Benedetti. Gets the Lopes on the board. She used her body, got physical. Her 26th career goal as a GCU Lope. Awesome for her to score in her last regular season home game.
Oh, yeah.
On senior night. Pretty exciting stuff going on for her.
The men's and women's club bowling began play earlier this month against ASU. I got a chance to talk with Ronald Delatorre, a member of the men's club bowling team, before the big match. Take a look.
I'm Phil Catafamo here for GCU TV, standing alongside Ronald Delatorre, a member of the men's club bowling team. And Ronald, you got a big matchup against ASU. How are you feeling so far?
I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I think the entire team's ready to go. We got kind of a brand new roster coming up, so we're excited. We're ready.
What's some of the preparation you've been doing to sort of lead up to this game?
A lot of practice. We've been practicing a lot every Tuesday, and as well like my own personal practice, and so I think we're well prepared and we're ready to go.
You know, a lot of guys talk about their pregame ritual, and you know they eat a meal or maybe they'll listen to music. Ronald, what do you specifically do before matches?
I just ate a meal. I just ate a meal, just hang out with my friends, talk, laugh, get loose, listen to music, and just have fun right before we get to the serious action.
What about the mindset you have when you walk up to the lane? What's going through your mind before you start to roll the ball?
I just got to stay focused, one shot at a time. I got to make sure that my mind is on that one shot right there. Shot that could, win us the match.
And style is another component of bowling. A lot of guys like to bowl with two hands. Are you more of a one-hand or a two-hander kind of bowler?
I am a one-hander. I've been bowling one-handed since I was 5, so I stuck with that. Try two-hand, can't do it.
Now, how about the equipment? A lot of guys like to use more of a heavier ball or a lighter ball to get maybe some more spin or some more speed. What do you prefer?
I am a heavier ball. I have 15 pounds. A lot of the guys on the team use 15 or 16. So when they hit the pins, it really hits the pins.
You know, we talk about the men's basketball team and the women's basketball team having the home field advantage. Do you feel a little more at home when you play here at the Thunderground?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we bowl here all the time. Definitely feel more at home here.
How good would it feel to get a win? First game of the season against ASU.
Can't wait to do it.
Ronald, good luck. Thank you very much for joining us. Well, that's going to do it. In a couple minutes here, we'll get underway for the men's bowling. I'm Phil Catafamo for GCU TV.
A lot of fun to talk to Ronald. He is an absolutely great guy, and there's a lot of excitement going on for the club's men's and women's team. They did end up beating ASU 10-6 in that match to start off the season. Always nice to start off the season with a win. Their next match is Monday, December 18th at the Las Vegas Invitational. So if you find yourself in Las Vegas, definitely go check that out. They're a lot of fun to watch. Yeah, Ronald gave me a lot of insight on the sport of bowling, sort of how the mindset is for them, and you kind of, bowling isn't necessarily a big-time sport here in the United States, and it's nice that it's getting some exposure. And for the men's and women's club team, they're starting the season 1-0, so hopefully they can continue strong and keep going. And speaking of continuing strong and keeping going, this game, we are getting very, very, very close to the start of the second half. The Lopes still up 1-0, and when we get back, we will get ready for that second half. You're watching women's soccer here on GCU TV.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu. In today's competitive market, the demand for specialized knowledge is ever growing. Take the next step in your career by earning your doctoral degree from the College of Doctoral Studies at Grand Canyon University. We offer advanced doctorate degrees, from a Doctor of Business Administration to a Doctor of Education and online PhD programs. Learners apply their research, critical thinking, and analytical skills to solve real-world problems in areas such as business, leadership, and psychology. Our dissertation process is embedded into conventional coursework to help you move quickly toward graduation, with a supportive learning community to keep you engaged. Work closely with faculty to pursue your unique goals and enjoy a variety of convenient learning formats. Attend class on campus in the evening or pursue doctorate degrees online and benefit from a curriculum designed for working professionals by experts in their fields. Join our community of scholars as we strive to live differently in the world and make a significant impact in organizations, communities, and society, or churches, educational institutions, and corporations. Find out more at gcu.edu/doctoral.
Welcome back, everybody, and halftime is just coming to an end with about 2 minutes to go. Score currently 1-0, and JP, the Lopes doing a fantastic job of being aggressive in the box and getting a lot of opportunities so far. 11 shots, 5 of them on goal, 4 saves by Jordan Bertram. And what's interesting, JP, is CSU is playing without their 2 top scorers, Camry Hines and Alexa Orante.
Yeah, not sure if they're injured or just not playing so far, but the Lopes need to be aware and stay aggressive, because Kamari Hines and Alexa Orante, 6 goals and 5 goals respectively. I have not seen the field yet. Maybe they'll come in second half. Kamari Hines will not play to GCU due to a death in her family, so our thoughts are with her. And Alexa Orante will not play due to yellow card accumulation. So huge losses for the runners. Hines was 28th in D1 with 4 game-winning goals so far in the year. So definitely a threat that they are missing out on this game, and that's huge for the Lopes.
And GCU is taking advantage of that with their 2 top scorers being off the field. And of course, we give Camry Hines our thoughts and prayers on her family, for her family. And GCU is still doing a great job of keeping the pressure strong. They started out last game against Seattle U with that aggression to begin the second half, whereas tonight, Coach Leader is going at the runners as much as possible, getting as many opportunities in the box as he can. And JP, I'll lead you into it. What do the Lopes have to do to keep the lead and possibly score more goals?
Well, I would say they need to play solid on defense, but that's nothing new. They've done that all year long. Madison Cox always is solid back there, and right behind her, Blakely Frosch on senior night. She's just such a solid defender for the Lopes, but on offense, they need to keep the aggression high and keep going at Bertram.
I agree 100%. If they can continue to get opportunities, to continue to make opportunities offensively, now Bertram's going to have to play in the sun. There's just a bit of sun in the worst spot for Bertram, but I would assume the best spot for GCU. It's right in front of the goal, and Blakely, of course, who is currently on camera, has no issue at all on the far side. For her, she's completely in the shade. So now the fact that Bertram has let off, or let a goal allowed, now she's got to play with the sun in front of her.
A little bit of shadows right in front of her. I mean, the sun's been moving pretty quick. That should be gone in the next 20 to 30 minutes, but Love scored in the first 10 minutes in the first half, so maybe it'll be a factor. We'll see. Women's soccer team's got the Lopes up. They're excited, and they're coming out for the second half, and I think they're going to come out firing.
Well, I hope they continue to keep the aggression. And like you said, with Blakely Frosch, Hannah Nichols, this team has got to stay aggressive. Keep attacking Jordan Bertram. She's got one mistake so far, and now the Lopes are going to have the benefit of the sun now on the side of CSU. Got to come out in the second half firing on all cylinders. Playoffs are on the line as we get you ready to go for this second half. Both teams excited. CSU working from behind, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. GCU trying to keep their playoff hopes alive by keeping the lead and hopefully extending on to it. And it's going to start with Blakely Frosch, the big-time goalie for GCU. So far, only has needed to come up clutch once. She's got 1 save. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Bertram's got 4. Slopes will start on the far right as the cannon fires. Cox. Over to Edwards, back to Cox. They'll get it over to Frosch. She'll goalie kick it down midfield. Green with the header. Bunched up, Nichols on the recovery. CSU with it, far left. Stolen by GCU. Wong on the defense, just misses it. Settles with it now. Ball in the air. Smith on the defense. Rolling left. Looking for some space at CSU. They'll start at the top of the box. Green loses it. Recovery in the air. Frosch will let that sail out of bounds.
So early chance for the runners here early on. The ball has been right outside the GCU box. Nothing very substantial, but nonetheless the ball is there and the runners are looking threatening.
Goalie kick for Blakely Frosch. Headed by CSU. Cox, great defense. She'll kick it ahead. Looking for Cook. Coming over to get it and kick it over to Bertram. That's Harvey. CSU on the right side. Cook with the steal. To Smith. Back to Cook. CSU getting it past midfield. with a chance. Good defense by GCU.
And a foul called. Late whistle there.
Very
Fans
late
are
whistle.
not happy about that one. Some boo birds in the crowd here tonight. They are not happy about that one.
So we get a
Hannah
second
Edwards
look.
came in, got ball first. It was definitely a close call. I think I like the foul call, though. Got a little physical there and completely stopped her run. Take one more look at it. Came in hard here. Got ball, but she did lay a lot of shoulder into her, so nonetheless, very threatening chance coming up for the runners.
Green will take the kick. Blakely Frosch. Got to come up clutch here. Front line for GCU.
It does look like she's going to shoot this one.
Green with the shot. Off the head of the defenders in the front. Great defense by GCU. CSU on the rebound. In the air again. Cox with the header. GCU trying to clear it as much as possible away from CSU. Ball up to Cox. Cox to Wong, and Wong will officially clear it. Cook on the defense. Almost gets an opportunity with the steal. CSU on the far left threatening with some space. Hudson on the right. The shot. And we'll get another foul.
Another foul called against the Lopes, and runners will have another free kick. This one a little bit of a worse angle. I think they'll cross this one in, but that other one was a great shot. Almost just rose over the wall of the Lopes defenders, but Lopes blocked it. Huge save by the Lopes defense.
So Harvey will take the free kick. Ball in the air. Frosch will come up and grab it, no issue.
She did try to surprise Frost there. She ended up shooting that one, and Frost had to swoop over real quick and stop that one.
Smith downfield. Stolen again by Smith. Smith over to Nichols. Nichols to Wong. Smith again on the right. Downfield. CSU with it now in the middle. GCU trying to get something going. On the far right, it'll be stolen again by CSU. That one might just roll right out of bounds, and it will. So a goalie kick from Bertram. And you can see this, the sunlight she's going to have to deal with right in front of where she's standing. So a free kick opportunity, if the Lopes ever get one, might be a big-time advantage. Cook on the far right, trying to get some space. She'll cross it over. Stolen by CSU. On the rebound, the shot on goal. It's good!
Beautiful
Emma Kane.
Goal by Emma Kane. Crossed by Mackenzie Cook, came in, was tipped by one of the Lopes. I think it was Amanda Lopez. No, it was Mila Benedetti, tips it away, and a great strike with her right foot. Finds upper V of the net, near side. The goalkeeper, Jordan Bertram, couldn't dive in time. The Lopes are up 2-0.
Fantastic job by Emma Kane on that rebound, JP, like you said. And the Lopes take an early lead again, this time in the second half, 2-0 in the second period for GCU. Ball will go to Frost. She'll get a goalie kick, clear it from the box.
And McCain picking up her first goal of the year.
What a great time to do it, huh?
What a great time to do it is right.
Yeah, a little bit of a shove there. Kind of a late call. It'll be a foul on CSU, so free kick for GCU.
Mackenzie Cook's going to pick up her 5th assist of the year as well.
7 fouls so far for CSU, compared to the Lopes, who have 8. Ball across to the right to Cook. Cook with some nifty footwork. She's got such great speed on the right side. Shot off the defense of CSU. So we will get a corner kick now for GCU. And JP, this will determine if the sun is going to be an issue for Jordan Bertram.
Yep. And the defense for the runners. I'd like to see the Lopes get a little creative here, do some running around, little formation, try to trick them. And as the ball is flying in, could be trouble for the Lopes as well because they can't see the ball when it's flying in. If it's
Cook with the shot in the air. No one around it. Headed away by CSU. On the rebound is Lopez. Lopez ahead. Good. Good footwork there by Emma Kane. Benedetti looking for some space. She gets it off the rebound. Benedetti. Shot no good. Ball cleared. Coming up to get it was McGee. But Edwards will pick it up. No problem. Over to Lopez. Far right, they've got Cook. A little bit too behind her. Cook will try to hustle to save it from going out of bounds. She will, and she'll get it over to Kelsey Smith. Smith on the right. Crossing. Header is out of bounds. Emma Kane gets her first goal and then looks to get the second one, but this time goes behind the goal for no score. So Emma Kane looking for opportunity number 2, just a little bit too ahead of her.
Came in looking very aggressive, trying to get another. Give the Lopes another insurance goal. And she just heads it wide of the post.
CSU now with an opportunity. Cook will let this one roll out of bounds. Throw in for GCU. Nichols up to Lopez. Back to Nichols. Wong trying to get somebody. She'll find Settles and she'll steal it. No call. Settles with the shot. Missed header by Cox. It'll roll. Smith will clear it. Second chance for CSU. Kicked out of bounds by Cox. Great defense again in the box by GCU. Throw in for CSU. Cox downfield. On the right. Hustling to get it was Benedetti. It'll go out of bounds. Throw in for GCU. So Kelsey Smith will handle the throw in for GCU. Looks like Nelson was trying to help out Kelsey with the throw in, but Kelsey was having none of it. Cox behind midfield over to Edwards. Edwards up to Nichols. Nichols to the crossing Benedetti. She'll pick it up. Over to Lopez. Lopez with some space on the right. Lopez shot off of the CSU's defense. Rebound for GCU. Wong up to Benedetti, who's got a lot of space on the right. Benedetti looking for some clearance. She'll shoot. Great save again by Jordan Bertram.
Good attack by Benedetti. Shot it right at Bertram. But nonetheless, Lopes looking very strong.
And we'll get a foul on GCU. A little bit too much contact there by Hannah Nichols.
Never miss a game. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notifications for all your Lopes action. Subscribe at youtube.com/GCU. Got basketball season coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Women's basketball and men's basketball. You can catch that all on YouTube.
Wong with it now. CSU threatening in the middle. Shot ahead. Frosch will dive and save it. Blakely Frosch. If her nickname wasn't the brick wall, can we officially make it?
Yeah. How many times have we seen her this year come in, slide right in front of the player, grab the ball, and just completely stuff any opportunity the opposing offense has had?
Blakely has been absolutely fantastic in the minimum opportunities that CSUB has given her. Blakely has been solid as usual. Throw into Lopez. CSU on the far right attacking. Ball kicked out of bounds. Again, it looked from here that it was off of CSUB, but it'll be a throw-in for CSUB off of the Lopes. And we'll get a foul on GCU. So free kick for CSUB. In the air. Frosch. No need to deal with it. Kicked out of bounds by Kelsey Smith. So CSU with a throw in. Still threatening. Throw in now. Cleared out of the box by GCU. Ball will roll out of bounds, so another throw in for CSUB. Nichols, good defense, just unable to get it. Downfield, headed away, settles on the rebound. Across, right side, lots of space. Great defense by GCU, they'll clear it. Benedetti. To Lopez, Lopez tripped up just a little bit. And yeah, there will be a foul on CSUB, so the Lopes with a free kick.
Runners offense has awakened a little bit here in this second half. Couple good chances there for them. None of those on target, but nonetheless, they're looking a little bit more threatening. Lopes are going to have to keep the aggressive defense high.
Cox downfield. Header missed. On the rebound is Nichols. CSU takes over on the left. Looking for some space. Header. Good defense again by Jessica Wong. A little bit of a collision. Late call. And we will get a yellow card.
Wasn't against. Well, the foul was on Wong, but yellow card on Hannah Nichols. I think she was complaining a little too much at the referee. Lopes have been doing that, especially on some of those fouls outside of the box. They complained quite a bit. Oh, no, the foul was on Michaela McGee, and the card was on McGee as well. She was not happy about that one.
So Michaela McGee joins Sophie Freeman as the only two players currently with yellow cards. Free kick in the air. Headed away by GCU. Cox on the rebound. Shot again, blocked away by GCU. Settles on the right side. Shot in the air, blocked again by McGee. McGee will clear it. GCU's defense staying as strong as possible, trying to keep this 2-0 lead.
Just shutting them down, not letting them get any opportunities whatsoever.
Good defense by Cook, just a little bit too far ahead of Benedetti, who was crossing from the left side. So we'll get a throw in for GCU. Substitutions for GCU. MJ Carriers will come in for Jessica Wong. Carriers a bit of an offensive and defensive strengths for MJ.
Such a solid freshman for the Lopes. She's going to be a threat for them throughout the next 3 years.
It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Ball will roll. Frosch will come up and kick it away. So great job by Blakely Frosch to clear that one out of bounds. So throw in for CSUB. McGee will hit that one out of bounds. So another throw in for CSUB. On the far side, a little too far ahead. It'll go out of bounds. So GCU will get a goalie kick and will get a sub. Anissa De Vera checking in for Mila Benedetti. So some substitutions for GCU. Get some fresh legs out there. Always fun to watch Anissa De Vera. Another dual threat player, defense and offense.
She's right up top, hoping to give the Lopes their third goal of this game.
So GCU with the free kick. It'll be as usual. Madison Cox with the free kick. Cox looking for somebody. She'll kick it to the far right to Kelsey Smith, who's got some space. Crossing is Nichols. She'll kick it ahead. Headed away. Nichols on the rebound. Lopez heads it out of bounds, so CSUB will take over. Headed out of bounds, so GCU will take over. Subbing in for the Lopes will be Megan Anth. She'll check in, get some time on the field. De Vera tripped up, and it'll be a free kick for the Lopes. Lopes trying to continue that attacking mentality in the box with a lot of crosses. Something we did not see against Seattle U. And it's been very successful so far. Ball downfield. Stolen by the Lopes. Kicked ahead.
Deflected.
Deflected. Emma Kane with an opportunity. Kicks it too far ahead of herself, and Emma Kane's eyes must have got real big. She had a lot of space on the left, but unfortunately knocks that one out of bounds.
Very frustrated with herself there, letting that good opportunity go. She just got the through ball a little too strong, had a lot of momentum and a lot of adrenaline working her way as she kicked the ball up that way.
At the top is CSU. Stolen by GCU. Cox. With it across to Smith. CSU now attacking. Stolen by GCU. Cook loses it. Hudson with it. It'll roll out of bounds, so GCU with the throw-in. So Kelsey Smith will handle the throw-in. Anth with it. She's got some space. Kicks it ahead to De Vera. De Vera now with it. Shot in the air, off the hand of Bertram. Bertram will hustle, and she will pick it up.
Kane was right there crashing into the goal. Great chance for the Lopes. And another thing boding well for the Lopes is I don't seem to see much of a sense of urgency from the runners, you know. Lopes have really controlled pace of this game, and they really are just dominating all aspects of it.
But I'll tell you what, JP, it's real nice to see the Lopes dominating the aspect of this game, because they struggled to score last week against Seattle University. And that game ended in double overtime with the 0-0 tie. And it's good to see the offense with a little more firepower potentially going into the playoffs. On the left side. Bakersfield threatening. Cleared out by Smith to DeVera. Deflected off her body, it'll roll out of bounds. So throw in for CSUB. Get ready for a night of family entertainment as the Harlem Globetrotters come to Grand Canyon University Arena. The Harlem Globetrotters are a worldwide icon and have been breaking down barriers for 9 decades. Don't miss this event tomorrow night, October 28th. Tickets are on sale at gcuarena.com. Should be a lot of fun.
Get into the basketball mood as basketball's coming up. I'd like to see a soccer team Harlem Globetrotters. That'd be fun.
That would be a lot of fun. You see a lot of those skill videos where those guys are kicking the ball from every corner of the field and somehow making it in.
Put together a team and go around the country.
Might be a good business plan there, JP. We might have just come up with a winner.
Trademark that.
Trademarking it. You heard it here first, folks. Anth with it. Up to DeVera. Crossing is Anth. Anth with a chance. DeVera, the shot. It's good. Anissa DeVera. Third goal for the Lopes tonight. And the lead increases 3-0 on a beautiful pass by Megan Anth.
Megan Anth was toying with the ball a little bit, toying with the runner's defense. She attracted 3 defenders, kicks it over DeVera, and DeVera fires one low on the ground, gets it into the net for a goal. Lopes up 3-0, 68 minutes in, and the offense is striking.
And we talked about Anissa DeVera being a threat on offense and defense, and you see right there why she is in this game. Big opportunities for great players. Always great to see the Lopes getting back on top. Cox will clear it. DeVera with it.
DeVera picking up her 3rd goal of the year.
Anissa DeVera, I believe, was a part of that scoring barrage against Chicago State.
She's crashing the seniors party. DeVera only a sophomore, so the Lopes got 2 more years of her.
Which is funny because her alter ego, Rachel Mina, is a senior.
Yep. Another one going right for DeVera.
3 for 6.
Cook. DeVera on the right side. Tripped up, foul on CSUB.
Great move to split 2 defenders there by DeVera. Just punched it through with her left foot, sprinted through and tripped up, draws a foul.
Smith up to Cook. Kicked out of bounds by CSUB. GCU with a throw-in.
Sub coming in for their runners. But this is so great to see by the Lopes because oftentimes in playoffs, a lot of times it's the teams that come in hot that end up winning it also. WAC tournament taking place right here in GCU Soccer Stadium. So the Lopes can hold on to this 3-goal lead in the next 20 minutes and maybe add one more, just keep the pressure high. Maybe they can catch some fire in the WAC tournament and start finding goals from everywhere and maybe knock off a few upsets and beat a few teams. They'll be coming in as the lowest seed, the 6th seed. So we'll see who their first round matchup is, and I'm excited to see how they do.
Well, assuming that this game remains this current way with the Lopes leading 3-0, the Lopes will take the 6th seed, 5th seed Seattle U. Lopes will take on the 3rd seed UT Rio Grande. New Mexico will grab the 4th and play against Seattle University, and then UMKC and Utah Valley with the 2 first-round byes. So the first year of eligibility, and the women's team so far looks like they're going to be making the WAC tournament at home against UT Rio Grande. So Rachel Mina checked in for, you guessed it, Anissa De Vera. Ball downfield. Cook with it. Over to Carriers. Carriers up to Mina. Stolen by CSU. Smith to Cox. And CSUB will continue to threaten. On the far right now. Looking for some space. Pass to the middle. Ball ahead, it'll go out of bounds. So GCU with the throw in.
Do you have anything under the tape?
No.
Yeah, nothing under the tape. Okay.
So GCU with another throw in out of bounds off of CSUB. And Michaela McGee now with the free kick. Downfield. Mina, header. On the rebound. GCU with an opportunity taken away by CSUB. Right side, ball will roll out of bounds. So GCU with the ball. Now JP, do you start to try to hold on to the possession as much as possible, or do you keep going at this team as much as possible?
A 3-0 lead's pretty comfortable. Lopes have already been doing it, kind of working the ball from the back of their defense, building possession up and bringing it up. And your defense is playing so solid, so stifling, as we see again there. They keep this one, turn possession over again. I say just keep playing it like that. That's been the recipe to success this game.
Edwards ahead to Mina. It'll go out of bounds. I agree 100%. 3-0 lead is a lot different than what we had when we started the halftime, which was 1-0. And GCU's finding a way to score. They're finding a way to keep CSUB off the scoreboard. Just keep the possession down, reduce the mistakes, and we're looking at a WAC tournament eligibility. For the first time, JP.
Mm-hmm. Pretty exciting things.
Oh, yeah. Throw in for CSUB. On the right side. Downfield. Headed by Cox. Ball cleared to Mina. Mina ahead. Smith over to Cook. Cook crossing it. Kane wide open. Just loses it.
Great idea by Cook there, though, to switch the field up. She's just so smart. She's got such great field vision. Always able to find the open attacker.
Kane to the right side. Crossing over is Cook. Cook up to Smith. Smith with a chance. The shot high and out of bounds. A good look for Kelsey Smith. Just a little too high above the crossbar.
Great shot by Kelsey Smith. She had all the time in the world. Collected herself, took one touch, and struck it with her right foot, but it just soared too high just over the goal.
So Bertram with the goalie kick. Downfield. Kane fighting for it. It'll roll out of bounds, throw in for GCU. Mina with it now on the far left. She's got some space. Ahead, looking for Carriers. She might have went out of bounds on that one, so it'll be a goalie kick again for CSUB.
If you are visiting campus this fall, why not stay at the GCU Hotel? featuring comfortable rooms, a resort-style pool, and the Canyon 49 Grill. It's the perfect place to stay when coming to GCU. Rooms start at $79 a night. Book a room today at gcuhotel.com. Maybe when you're coming out for the WAC tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Book your hotel there. What are the dates again for the WAC tournament? I think the weekend of the 2nd of November.
We have the Wednesday, obviously the 1st of November, and then we have the 3rd, a Friday, and then the championships are on Sunday.
Awesome.
Yeah, so people coming out for some weekend and midweek soccer. Should be a lot of fun here at GCU Stadium. Carriers with the throw in over to Smith. Smith ahead. Headed out of bounds by Kane. And it seems like right now, JP, that WAC tournament's going to feature the Lopes.
Yep, just 13 minutes left. They're up 3-0, and their defense has been so solid all year long.
And like you said, hopefully they can carry this momentum into the playoffs and hopefully pull off a huge upset against what's looking like number 3 seed UT Rio Grande.
Lopes D has only allowed more than 2 goals once in a year in this season. That was against Cal State Fullerton, a non-conference game, so unlikely that we'll see 3 goals in 13 minutes from CSUB.
Well, you never know.
You never know, but as this Lopes defense is so solid, I think we're going to see another card here.
It will
against the runners.
Another yellow card for CSUB. That'll make 2 for him. Free kick now for the Lopes. It'll be tough competition, definitely, JP, against UT Rio Grande, but you never know what happens. Nichols with a chance on the left. Nichols the shot. It'll roll out of bounds.
Lopes lost to UTRGV this year. Lost just 1-0, and it was at UTRGV. This game, first round, would be at home. And they let up an early goal, 14th minute, and were unable to capitalize the rest of the way. They did outshoot UTRGV in that game, so definitely positive things to look for when you're the Lopes squad.
Just like tonight, the Lopes doing a good job of giving themselves opportunities in the box. And we'll see an opportunity for Kelsey Smith on the far right. Crossing is Mina. Smith with a shot, deflected off of CSUB. Smith tripped up, and it'll roll out of bounds. And no call, as CSUB will keep the ball. And you can hear the disdain from the fans, as now it's a foul on GCU.
Fans not happy about that no call.
No, not at all. And that previous yellow card called on Jordan Martinez. GCU with a chance. And now GCU with another opportunity as we come into the 10-minute mark. Mina misses the head. Far right. CSUB still attacking. Gets it to the middle. Stolen by Edwards. Edwards kicks it out of bounds. Throw in for CSUB. Substitutions now for the Lopes coming in. That'll be number 20, Desiree Dottie, and number 15, Ashley Hilfer.
Hilfer, one of the 9 seniors for the Lopes. Getting her last few minutes here in a regular season game.
And this is the time to do it. 3-0 lead with about 10 minutes to go in the game. Very comfortable for the Lopes so far. Anth. Kane with a chance. I say Hilfer with a chance.
Hilfer, a very good defender. We've seen her a lot this year. She's played in 15 of the Lopes 18 games.
Midfield. Lopes able to clear it. Hilfer with the ball. Smith. Cross to Cook. Cook over to Anth. Anth with some space over the middle.
Good move by Anth there. Create some space for her.
Dottie on the recovery. Hilfer back over to Anth. Anth with a shot. Mina to the top with Cook. Cook to the right with Smith. Smith to the top to Hilfer.
As you said earlier, Lopes just controlling possession a lot. Really just trying to find really good chances. String together a few passes and get an A+ shot right inside the penalty box.
Cox over by midfield. She'll get it up to Cook. Like I said, JP, Lopes trying to reduce on the mistakes, hold on to the ball as long as possible. We're getting ever so close to the final of this game. Little trouble in the corner, no problem. Hilfer looked for Cook, stolen by CSUB. Good defense again by the runners. And that'll be a foul. It'll be a foul on Edwards, and it looks like we have a runner down on the field.
Calling the trainer immediately onto the field.
So assuming, of course, that this is the end of the game, we are getting very close to that 90-minute mark. The Lopes will take on UT Rio Grande on Wednesday, November 1st at 7 p.m. and you can watch that game on the WAC Digital Network. Should be a lot of fun. Game one of that doubleheader on Wednesday. First with New Mexico State and Seattle University, the 4 and 5s at 4 o'clock. And then finishing the night with the Lopes and UT Rio Grande at 7 p.m. And JP, I'm feeling excited.
Yes. Hopefully they can carry a lot of this momentum into the playoffs.
Well, like you said, they had the opportunities against UT Rio Grande last time they played at UT Rio Grande, and now at home with an assumed rambunctious crowd, with the home field advantage, the building off the momentum of this game, getting into the playoffs for the first time. A lot can go right for the Lopes.
Yeah, it's such an advantage and such a benefit to have the WAC tournament in your home stadium.
And the winner of that game will take on Utah Valley on the 3rd on that Friday. And we can obviously thank Utah Valley for setting us up in this position. They beat CSU Bakersfield last Sunday while we were doing the GCU Seattle University game. So thank you to Utah Valley.
Utah Valley with a big win.
That is the only time I will ever thank Utah Valley. Mina with it, tripped up. Stolen by CSUB. On the far right. Ball ahead, off the foot of Cox. Cox will clear it smartly out of bounds to get it away from the box.
She had some time, but immediately looked over at teammates and said, we're up 3-0. I'm just going to make the safe play.
Exactly.
Kick it out of bounds and avoid any trouble whatsoever.
We just play it safe. Like you said, JP, hold on to the possession and just make sure that you can walk away with no issues at all. 3-0 is a decent lead, especially in soccer, but anything can happen.
29 for 6.
I like our odds, but I don't want to say it just yet. Headed away by Cox. Good defense again in the box by GCU. It'll roll out of bounds, so CSUB will get another throw in. Far right. CSUB trying to get anything going. Kicked out of bounds. Corner kick for CSUB. Any sort of momentum CSUB will need to, I guess now you're just trying to avoid the shutout.
Mm-hmm.
The defense has been absolutely outstanding for GCU these past 2 games. I love what Coach Leader was doing in this game, attacking the box, going at CSUB, and it's worked out fantastically. Corner kick in the air. Headed on the rebound. Cleared away by GCU. Good defense again by the Lopes. Ball downfield. Over to Dottie. Kane up to Benedetti. Benedetti over to Smith. Again, still trying to keep the possession game going. Oh, trip up a little bit. No problem. Headed away. Dottie on the defense. And CSUB will take back over. Don't forget to snag that 25% off deal at the Lope Shop. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu for the best GCU gear to show off your Lope pride. Use promo code SPORTS25 to get 25% off just for being a GCU TV viewer. Lope's up.
Get that gear before you come out here for the WAC tournament.
Can we make 6 seed eligible Lopes championship shirts?
2017 WAC tournament.
You know how they make the playoff shirts for the MLB?
Mm-hmm.
We get one for the Lopes?
Yep.
Made for October, or made for November, I should say.
Yep.
Whoever handles the t-shirt designs, I want credit on that one.
Benedetti asked for the foul there, and she got it.
So a foul on CSUB, free kick for GCU. As we are coming into the final few minutes of the second period. Ball in the air. Almost saved out of bounds. It won't be. And CSUB will take over. Goalie kick now. Stolen by GCU. Mina hustling on the left. Out of bounds on CSUB. So the Lopes with the corner kick. Thrown in. Stolen by CSUB. And a foul. Another player down for the Runners. But it looks like she will be okay. The Jordan Martinez, it looked like he was down on the pitch. Far left now for CSUB. Cox with the steal. She'll get it ahead. Mina hustling just a little too far ahead of her. And we are coming down to the final few seconds. Mina trying to clear it. She won't. Good defense by CSUB.
Good to see the Lopes keeping their foot on the gas all the way in, trying to play a full 90 minutes here tonight. I think that's smart, working your way towards the WAC tournament. Just put a full, complete game together and get the confidence as high as it can be coming into a last game of the regular season.
Very exciting time for GCU. Getting an opportunity to be in the WAC tournament at home. And it's got to be a nice send-off for these seniors to get a chance to play for a WAC championship. The throw-in. Kicked away. Lopes will play keep away. Few seconds coming off the clock. And you can count it. The Lopes are headed to the WAC tournament for the first time in school history. Division I eligible. The Lopes will be playing on Wednesday, November 1st for an opportunity to win the WAC tournament. Give us the 6th seed.
Very exciting for the Lopes.
JP, GCU Golf Course Player of the Game. I think we can both agree, but I'll let you say it.
It's the seniors for the Lopes.
Yes.
All the way from goalkeeper Blakely Frosch to defenseman, or the defender Madison Cox, goal scorers Mila Benedetti, Emma Kane. All of them did a great job tonight. They all pitched in. Mila Benedetti picked up a goal, 5 shots, 2 of those on target in this game. Blakely Frosch had 2 saves and just controlled the pace back there on defense. Madison Cox has been so solid all year round. Even when she came up and attacked on offense against Weber State, scored 2 goals, the game winner. What a season for these seniors. Going over to celebrate with some of the GCU fans here. Very exciting game and a very exciting season for these seniors. Finishing up, and they're going to be WAC tournament eligible.
That cherry on top of the end of that season says number 6 seed. GCU headed to the WAC tournament for the first time ever. A great send-off, a great win for the seniors. And you can, of course, catch that Wednesday, November 1st at 7 p.m. on the WAC Digital Network as GCU will take on UT Rio Grande in their first ever playoff eligible tournament against, I'm so excited I have no words. They'll take on UT Rio Grande. Exactly, on Wednesday.
Speechless.
Exactly. Well, we are just getting underway here at GCU Stadium. Stick around and join JP Sarr and Dewey Jeffries for the next game at 7 o'clock. The men's soccer team takes on Seattle University for the final spot in their WAC tournament here on GCU TV. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. For everybody here at GCU TV, stick around for the next game as
Should be a good one.
As the men's try to get in the playoffs, just like the women's team did. For Philip Katafmo, for the entire staff of GCU TV, stick around at 7 o'clock. We'll be right back with more soccer. Have a great night. Go Lopes.